Hey guys, it's Krystal Lee Moore here, also known as your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Krystal Lee Moore, and I wanted to talk to you about the season of Thanksgiving. So whether you are in Canada, where Thanksgiving happens in October, or you're in the US, where Thanksgiving happens in November, closer to Christmas, it is a season of Thanksgiving. And in a lot of places, just like London, Ontario, this season comes at a time when the days are getting shorter, it's pretty chilly out, and there's no better time to do something to make yourself feel good, because the weather and the cold will do a lot to make you feel not so good. So how can we make the world a better place with some easy things to do? And they'll actually be good for your business and your personal health, your well-being, the world, yada, yada, yada. So firstly, reach out to your community. So whether it is neighbors, whether it's friends, whether it's clients, reaching out and just saying hi can make all the difference. I was sending some messages last week, sent a message to one of my clients, just a little, hey, I was thinking about you, hope you're having a great month. And as it turned out, she was not having a great month, and she reached out and told me that that message really made her day. Something as simple as just telling someone that you're thinking about them, that they matter to you. It is so much more powerful than we think. And if you're still doubting, think about the last time someone sent you a message and just said they were thinking about you, hope you're doing well, and you're just like really hoping that everything's good, and how that made you feel. It's just a little second, but it's like, a little brightness. The other thing you can do is when you're reaching out to friends or family, maybe just setting up a time in the future that you're going to get together, whether it's for coffee, maybe a holiday party, maybe you wanted to go for a walk, whatever it is, it really just helps to have something to look forward to. A lot of people struggle right now. We were saying how the days get shorter. A lot of people deal with that seasonal affective disorder. So without even knowing why, they might feel a little down, a little blue. So spending some time with people, as awesome as we can be, can really help. The next thing we can do is just little random acts of kindness. So this can be anything from in your own house, maybe doing the dishes when it wasn't your turn, or taking out the garbage, or whatever it is, just something a little extra. And if you're outside, it could be raking leaves for your neighbor, which I recently did. I felt pretty good about it too. Or it could be seeing someone's newspaper isn't on their lawn, or it's on the lawn and not on the porch, so you put it on the porch for them. Little things like that. A very popular pay it forward that always makes me smile, the pay for the person behind you in the drive-thru. I think it was last year, someone had said they were in this like chain of people that had done it, and there was like 12 in a row, and then there was just like no one behind them. So it was kind of cool to hear that many people were kind of just going and having a really fun day of helping each other. Something else that you can do is just send flowers to someone. And sometimes you can actually do it so that you're helping a local business at the same time. I did this year, and oh my goodness, for all the things I do for clients, this one just blew my mind, the amount of feedback and gratitude, appreciation, reaching out. I signed up for a subscription with my local florist. She is in our neighborhood, and she was doing a program where you got to pick a different person every week to get flowers. So I thought that was amazing. So every week you just tell her who, you give the address and a little note that you want to send. And the people that I sent them to, these are like clients and friends, they were just over the moon happy. And of course that made me happy. And in turn that made our florist happy. So really cool circle of kindness right there. Another thing you can do, volunteering. So volunteering in the community, it's always great. It's a great networking thing, especially when you do it without that in mind. Because networking at its core is just connecting people to people. It's not connecting to sell, it's connecting to connect. And I find those are the most powerful connections. Those are the ones that actually turn into wonderful referrals back and forth. But it's when you connect people to people, and it's not about trying to make a sale. It's about trying to just connect. So volunteer opportunities, like there's the food bank. You can help out at an event. I know our Fight to End Homelessness event, we had a bunch of volunteers and they all had a blast. So those are just great things. And you know that you're making the world better because you're giving your time to literally make the world better. Something else that we can do is donate. So you can donate, like the number one thing you think, donate money. Absolutely. If you have some money to give, it's a great tax write-off and you can help the world, that's fantastic. If you don't have money to give, though, you can give, whether it's maybe coats or blankets or food. There's always going to be people that are in need of this stuff, unfortunately. And it just feels so good to be able to share. So these are great things, and you can either give them, just honestly Google where can I donate things in my community, and you'll get such a long list. It's sad but also helpful that we can give. Another thing that we can do is just donate our time in not even just the volunteer side of it, but donate your time in just helping people. So maybe there's someone at the office that could use a little bit more help, or maybe there's a program where you can go and help elderly people with their groceries or whatever it is. I mean, it really, really comes down to following your heart and what you want to do, because in any business, in any entrepreneur situation, it's all going to come down to following your heart, to doing what is authentic to you. Because when we do things, I'm in so many masterminds and I lead so many groups where we talk about what we do. And it's an open forum, because at the end of the day, even if I told you every single thing I did and you told me every single thing you did, it wouldn't really matter, because if it's not authentic to me or it's not authentic to you, it's not going to work. It really does come down to you being the person that is doing the thing. And so one of the best things you can do is just really take an inventory of what you love to do. And like me with delivering flowers, I never would have thought that people would be so excited, because in my business, I'm sending people stuff all the time. I'm sending them little treats and little candies and chocolates and magnets and vitamin C packs, and like it's a little bit crazy, but the return on these flowers just made my heart so happy. And it's because it came obviously from the heart with a note that was heartfelt, but it also was in line with me supporting a community business. So I know some of my colleagues do really great things, like they'll have like a party at the park, and they have their clients come out with their kids, and isn't that great, because then their kids have somewhere to go. And it really just, it's fun to think about what you can do to make the lives of people around you better. It's a fun little brainstorming exercise, and you actually feel better just even thinking about it. So how does that relate to business? So that's fine, Krystal. Thanks. I'm going to go do all these things, and then what? Well, I very much believe what goes around comes around. And if you focus on giving, just really focus on giving, it will come back to you. It might not come back to you in the way you think. It might not come back to you from the people that you're giving. We'll touch on that in 1 second, but at the end of the day, a life of service, a life of giving is amazing, and you will be taken care of. You just want to make sure that you're doing things for the right reasons and you're being authentic. When we talk about who we're giving to, I mean, I think it goes without saying that like a charity or a cause in your community is going to be a great place to give. But when it comes to, let's say it's a colleague or a client, there's unfortunately some people out there that won't be as giving. So maybe, and they can be, you can label them whatever you want, but they're more adept at receiving things than they are at giving. And those people, I feel for me anyway, they don't share my values. So what you do in that situation, like you can give, but you don't just you don't give blindly. Like there might be another place, another person, another business that would appreciate, because gratitude is a big piece of this. So when you're giving, especially to colleagues or at work or to friends or even family, the gratitude piece is very important. And you shouldn't change who you are, but maybe you just redirect where you're giving. So an example, just to help bring this in, is let's say you keep supporting someone's business. Let's say you keep sending them referrals, you send them clients, and they do not care. Like they like the business, they like the money, but they don't say thank you, not even an email, not a thank you card, not a gift, like at Christmas time, and no referrals back. After a point, it might be time to find someone who can do the same job, but like actually appreciate you. And it's a tough line to walk, because we don't do things to get, but we are all in business. And if you're going to be focusing so much on giving, you only have so much time in the day. If you're going to focus so much on giving, it's really nice if you have someone and a group of people in your corner who are also focused on giving, because that's kind of it's how the circle goes around. Les Brown, I think I've mentioned before, but if not, Les Brown talks about only quality people. So someone who is going to take and not give is probably not in that quality people group. And for anyone who's like me, who's now questioning whether they say thank you enough, just focus on gratitude. If you don't think you say thank you enough, pick up the phone and thank a few people that have sent you stuff, or sent you any support, or helped your business in any way, or helped your life in any way. Gratitude really is strong in that way. But at the end of the day, you just focus on the people that appreciate. There are so many people out there, so it will not be hard to find people who are grateful. And those people will you guys can strengthen each other's businesses, each other's lives, become friends even. And I find that's kind of one of the coolest part about networking the way we do, is that we end up becoming friends with our colleagues and our clients. And it just is a beautiful situation. So to wrap up, the season of Thanksgiving and making the world a better place, you can start today by reaching out to friends, family, colleagues, clients, and just say, hey, I was thinking about you. I hope you're having a great week. Don't worry as much about it sounding weird. Like if you don't know them at all, maybe start with a more formal text. But just a simple, I was just thinking about you and I hope you're having a great week, with a smiley face. It does wonders. And then setting up the times to get together. That's really powerful, because face-to-face, especially after COVID, is something that a lot of us just don't do enough. And if you're kind of not feeling the face-to-face because it's freezing cold and you don't want to leave your house, Zoom it up. A little Zoom coffee is never a bad idea. The volunteering is great. I think a lot of places need volunteers right now. So even a little check online, like who needs volunteers for what, because it's always nice to give, and you meet pretty cool people. And then the donating stuff, donating clothes, donating food, go through. We don't need half the stuff we have, and it's just so nice to be able to share. There's also, just side note, on Facebook, they're called Buy Nothing, like BUY Nothing sites, and they are great ways to kind of re-gift things. Fun fact, if you need stuff, look there first. I think the point is that we stop mass producing stuff. And then at the core of all of this is be authentic. Follow your heart, surround yourself with quality people, and just keep doing your very best to make the lives of people around you even better. And you will be able to be professional and amazing and wonderful even more because of the people around you. So I am Krystal Lee Moore Lucier. I'm your home sweet home 519 realtor, Krystal Lee Moore with Royal LePage Triland in London, Ontario, and this is Realtor Life. Thanks for listening.